Edoras, the great capital of Rohan. Today they find themselves surrounded. They are in between a rock and a hard place. On one side we have the great forces of Sauron, and on the other side we have the free peoples of Middle-earth. You see, Rohan has turned their backs on the free peoples ever since their globalist agenda. Now they must suffer the wrath of two great powers. What's up guys, it's Pixelatedapollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well, and yes, we are back at Edoras. This is a fantastic city, and this is going to be one fantastic custom scenario made by Guru-Chan. This scenario is completely historical. No, I'm just kidding. It's not at all. This is all made up, but it's going to be really fun because I love free-for-all siege battles. When there's two attacking teams and one defending team, it creates some of the most interesting strategies. Also, Edoras is a fantastic settlement for this kind of, free-for-all siege battle environment because you got two sides here. You got this hillside and you have this hillside, and it's a bit of a race to get to this town center. Both attacking teams have 1 hour to conquer this great capital. If they don't, then of course the brave people of Rohan are victorious. So let's go ahead and check out the players and army comps. We'll start with the evil attackers here. So the first army is commanded by Sin of the Dark Cloud. It is Isengard. He's got some Warg Riders in the back. He has lots and lots of Uruk-hai infantry, and he has some crossbows in the front line. And of course, he has a ballista and a catapult. And that's pretty much it for his army. Moving on to the next army, which of course is Isengard once again, commanded by Paladin Bob. He's bringing some Uruk-hai infantry and pikemen, crossbows, some Uruk reavers. He has a catapult and a ballista, and again, very similar. It's very similar to the other Isengard army, except without the Warg Riders. Now moving on to Mordor, which is commanded by Guru-Chan. He's bringing some Uruks in the front. He's got some Orc Raiders. He has some spearmen, catapults, a ballista, and of course, he is bringing the great Olag-hai, the great trolls of Mordor. He has some Black Numenorians. This is his general, and he also has some halberds that look like they're kind of pushing over on this right flank here. So let's move on to the good army attacking forces. We will start with the Sylvan Elves here, commanded by Sultan Thorn. He is bringing some Sylvan Horse Archers back here. The rest of his army, he has Forest Wardens and Sylvan Spearmen. And he also has more elite units like the Sylvan Heavy Archers, more spears. He's got some Forest Wardens, some light Elven Archers, and he's got some heavy spearmen. So a pretty nice professional Elven army here. Here's his general in the Sindar Archer unit. Moving on to the center army, which is the Free Peoples of Eriador. He's got some merchants, some mountain merchants, nice cavalry force there. In the back here, he has dismounted merchant militia, and he has some Dunedain Rangers. He's got the Arnor Pikemen, some battle-ready Dunedain. He's got the Greenway Guards, a Trebuchet, which is going to be very helpful in this situation. And he also has some battle-ready Dunedain and more elite troops back here. So pretty fantastic force indeed. Let's move on to the final attacking army, which is the High Elves, commanded by Bloodfire. He's bringing some Eldar Enway swordsmen, archers, and spearmen. He also has some smiths over here, and he has the Linden long spears. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for his force. He does have some bow quindi and some cavalry over here. So the Imladris riders, and I think he's got this warrior cavalry. I don't know how to pronounce it. Here's the Eldar Enway lancers here. So pretty nice cav force. Let's move on to the defenders now. I don't really know where one army begins and one ends, so we're just going to look at Rohan as a whole. There's two players commanding Rohan. We have I Am the Destroyer, and we have Freya Him. So you can see his forces somewhere. There's his forces. So as a whole, they have some spearmen. They have the axemen of the Riddermark. Of course, they have the Helmingas archers. And they have a decent amount of Royal Guard, dismounted and mounted. So Rohan, I mean, this is a classic Rohan army with the great spears, great infantry, archers, and of course cavalry. You can see some of his cav already moving forward. Actually, the battle has already begun. He's got the horse archers, and he has some Rohan riders here. So let's go ahead, start this battle, guys. And we'll go back to, or we'll start normal speed here. You can see the horse archers already letting loose their arrows. They're getting chased down by Mordor, sending in their spearmen, which is a very natural reaction to dealing with cavalry. But there's no way they're gonna catch up to them. But we do have another unit coming in of Rohan riders. They're going in between the gap of the two armies. They got to be careful though, because they're getting in range of the Uruk-hai crossbows. Now, I understand the fact that he's being super aggressive here, but I don't really see an opportunity to take anything important out. I just feel like all these armies are so heavily defended. There's really no opportunity to take out any catapults or anything like that. I mean, there's always a chance, but I just don't think it's going to be likely. So they're going to continue to just run on through. And there goes the crossbow fire coming in, just obliterating these Rohan riders. Close behind, we have the Olog-hai. And just look at all of the dead brave riders here that are, I mean, one volley took out almost half of the unit. So that is not a good start here. But Rohan doesn't really have a choice. They have to be aggressive here because this cav force is not going to be very useful inside the city. So his best bet is to just be aggressive and hopefully take out some enemy forces. Here comes the general now charging in. Oh, we got catapults firing into the blob of horse archers. That was a pretty good hit right there. So Rohan not really doing anything effective here. I think the best bet Rohan should have done is they should have been super defensive. Like, they should have just waited with their cav outside of the city, just not charge in right away. And then once the enemies kind of lose their focus, or they're focusing on something else, maybe they're attacking the city, then move in the cav and try to take out catapults and whatnot and archers. Oh, we got some warg riders moving in as well. Look at this massive force of warg riders coming in. That's pretty cool. They're going to surround the horse archers, and I'm pretty sure they are not going to return. They're breaking, going back to the town center. If we head over this way, we can actually see some elves wanting to get a piece of the action here. The Sylvan horse archers moving forward. Again, I don't know what to expect from these guys. I don't think they're really going to get a lot done here. I mean, they can try to maybe just set up a distraction. Maybe just slow down the attacking armies, because again, they're timed. It's not necessarily about killing the enemy army. It's about capturing this town center. So if they can get to the top before Isengard, so if the Free Peoples, if they can get to the top before the baddies over there, then they can definitely get a legitimate chance of taking out this town center. But you can see Rohan has sent up all of his forces to defend this very top, which makes sense. You don't want to get caught in between two enemy forces. So I think he should just go all the way back here and let Isengard and the elves and the Free Peoples meet right on here on top of the hill and let them kill each other. Should be interesting what the attacking armies do here. But so far the elves are just going to continue to fire and continue to try to get kills. You can see a lot of them are dropping to the Uruk archers. They're going to go ahead and charge in. I think he sees an opportunity here. Yes, he's going to charge into the archers. Again, not really accomplishing much here, but he should take out a decent force of archers. Kind of helping Rohan in a way. And they're going to continue to fire point blank in front of the faces of the halberds. Here comes the Olog-hai, just crushing those horses, breaking their spines, and destroying, just crushing the skulls of these horse riders. Horse archers. Horse riders, whatever. And then here comes the wargs to try to clean up the mess. So again, the elves not really accomplishing much there. Not a lot. And then we have Isengard, commanded by Paladin Bob. He is pushing forward with the Sin of the Dark Cloud. So they've got their armies. I mean, just look at this massive force here. It's ridiculous. So yeah, this is going to be an issue. This is going to be a big issue. Rohan has one force just kind of waiting here. Not really going to do much. And then they've got a couple spears over here. You can see the elves are being a little bit more aggressive. They have some rams at the walls. There they go. They're attacking the walls, trying to get some breach points, ready to charge in and quickly get to the top of Edoras. Rohan spearmen. They're going to be a thin layer of defense. Not really sure what they're trying to accomplish here. Maybe he's just going to try to slow him down a little bit. You can see the archers are already firing. I think he should save his ammo. Even though there's enemy forces in range of these bows, he should definitely wait until they really clump up their elite troops. Then he should fire. Also, I don't know if it's just the map. He needs to try to get them a little bit closer to the edge. I would say that more than half of their shots are just going into the dirt. So this is a bit of a waste of ammo here. So hopefully he can get him closer and he can fire down on more elite infantry. So let's head over to the other sides here. So it definitely started out pretty fast, but nothing super critical at the moment. So what we're gonna do here is fast forward a little bit. I don't want to cut this out because I feel like there's gonna be some important maneuvering, and I want to let you guys see what's going on here. We do have some cav. Oh no, that's the Black Numenorians. So that's the general just scouting out the area, just seeing what's up. And you can see just the massive horde of orcs, uruks, trolls. It's a beautiful sight, but you got to say the same thing about the other side. This is just a beautiful, massive horde of elite units in golden green armor. It's pretty fantastic. Now we have more rams going to the walls here. Again, opening up as many breach points as possible, which is always a smart idea. You want to try to make it as easy as possible taking these walls. You don't want to clump up all of your troops through one breach point. And so they've got 4 rams here. And you can see that we do have, let me do normal speed here. We do have some forces actually maneuvering to the other side of the map. So they are going, I believe, unless they're attacking right here, which I don't think so, they are going to be maneuvering their forces over to face the elves and the rest of the free peoples of Middle-earth. So that is very interesting. Now, are they going to completely commit all of their forces, or are they going to leave back some troops? I think they are going to leave back some forces here to obviously attack this side, which is something they must do if they're going to win this one. But I think it's really, really cool that they're being super aggressive, and they're going to fight their enemies outside of the settlement. Again, if they're just not trying to attack right here. But I think it's safe to say that they are going to face the elves over there. So we're gonna go ahead and fast forward once again because it's just a bunch of troop movement here. Alright guys, so here we are back. Isengard is just hauling ass over here. They're in loose formation, getting ready to approach the elves. The elves have set up a defensive line here to protect their main forces. Look at this, they're charging in almost like in a winged formation here, which looks pretty cool. And then of course we have the elves who are now attacking the main gate against Rohan. So we have mostly Linden Longspears and lower end troops who are trying to push into the defenses and take out this thin Rohirrim defense on the outer walls. Let's move back over this way. We can see Isengard beginning to push in. This is absolutely stunning right here. So this is Paladin Bob. He's pushing in his very elite infantry, and both forces are in loose formation. I guess they're both anticipating a lot of arrow fire and crossbow fire. But here comes Isengard. They're going to go back into tight formation. Artillery coming in as we speak. And they are about to charge in. Fantastic, beautiful scene right here of just massive forces taking on massive forces. You can also see trolls trying to flank around. He's going to actually sacrifice some of his merchants over here to pin down the trolls so they don't get behind the infantry, the elven infantry. So great teamwork there. We also have these Sylvan heavy swordsmen coming in to support them. And this is where things get a little chaotic right here. Just a little bit. So what a crazy change in this battle where Isengard and the evil forces, they were like, you know what? Screw it. We're not going to focus all of our attention taking out the settlement. We're going to focus our attention on taking out the other attacking force. So we got a nice teamwork here of Uruk-hai infantry and Olog-hai trolls. A very nasty, deadly duo right there. We also have some orcs charging in as well. Look at that. Look at that battle line. That is fantastic. We got more and more forces coming in. So Mordor committing a lot of their forces as well. We also have a lot of wargs it must sound like very loud thunder. All the warg riders pushing on through, trying to find great opportunities to flank behind. Oh my god, the trolls just mowing down these elves over here, charging at another unit. This is beautiful, fantastic charge there. We have a lot of elves in reserve. You can see them back there in the hill. We'll just kind of sit back and enjoy this fight. There's really not a lot going on strategy-wise. Just a nice big old long battle. Of course, there's a lot of flanking going on, a lot of hammer and anvil going on, but we'll be sure to see it all here. And now we have the pikemen of Isengard pushing forward. the finest evil pikemen in all of Middle-earth. And more walls are getting, knocked down from the rams. It looks like the other Isengard force that was left behind, they are going to charge into the city. So, very aggressive play, and this is very risky, but no risk, no reward. This may be very helpful in their assault, or they might just lose their army, because this is two armies versus 3, essentially. They're also taking out a lot of important units early, like the Olag High. Oh, now we got the Uruk Reavers surrounding a lot of these elven forces. They definitely need to send in more reinforcements. And now we have the general charging in. General's actually in a merchant unit. Angel Crab commanding the Free Peoples of Middle-earth. Alright, Berserkers going in now, trying to take out these Sylvan heavy archers. I mean, this is just chaos. The battle lines are crumbling for the elves, and the orcs are just taking advantage of this, just surrounding wherever they can possible, crushing these elite forces. You got the pikemen now pushing in a deadly fast rate there. Deadly fast rate. Alright, so more and more walls crumbling on the other side. It looks like the Isengard force. Let me go ahead and just real quick visit this other side here. Looks like they're gonna get ready to push forward. They're already pushing forward. Rohan making a big mistake, leaving his axemen over there. They're only gonna get surrounded. He needs to fall back, or he needs to push more forces to defend this outer wall, because you do not want Isengard's crossbows to set up properly and to fire down at the defenders, which they are already doing. Oh, we got some ballista fire too over here. Burnt up Rohirrim. And now the spears are getting ready to charge in. But you can see Isengard is surrounding these axemen, getting attacked on multiple sides. More and more forces breaking through the walls. Let's head back over to the other side, where you can see there's a lot of artillery fire going on between the Free Peoples and Rohan. And the fight for this beginning defense on this side is still underway. We've got some axemen and swordsmen holding back the Linden Longspears and the merchant militia of the Free Peoples of Eriador. So not a huge battle going on. Nothing like this. I mean, this is insane. The size of this fight is crazy. And I think Paladin Bob and company, they're doing an excellent job. I think they're doing a great job. Well executed plan. They took out the fact that the Free Peoples, and when I say Free Peoples, I'm talking about the elves and just everyone on this side. They sent in their army in waves. They should have just used their numbers here in this situation and surrounded these forts. Because remember, it's a 2 versus 3. We got 3 armies on the side of the Free Peoples, just 2 armies on the evil guys' side. So they did not take advantage of their numbers, and they just sent in their forces in waves, and now they're suffering the consequences of being surrounded and being cut down. So yeah, not a great situation for the Free Peoples. This is a huge loss. Is it a game over, or is it game over for the Free Peoples? I wouldn't say so, but it's definitely going to be challenging here on out. Uruk halberds, they're standing their ground as well. I mean, there's a lot of orcs that are just outnumbering these guys. It's insane. They need to commit all these forces in here. It's crazy. Look at that. The Free Peoples are down to such few troops because they're fighting on multiple fronts here. And they've got the elite Eldar Enway swordsmen now trying to quickly break through the defenses. But for the Free Peoples to win this one, they definitely have to rely on the forces of Sauron. They're going to have to rely on Isengard pushing on this side, which we've got a beautiful battle line going on over here. Ballista fire coming down, taking out a ton of Uruk-hai there. Also, we got evil ballista, or the, Sauron's ballistas. And, oh, we got the Berserkers going in as well. So, this has been a ginormous battle. A very fun battle so far. Action-packed. Here's more Berserkers coming in to support the front line. So Rohan is crumbling fast here. I mean, their troops are just They do not stand a chance against these very strong, I was gonna say well-trained, but I don't think you can necessarily say that the Uruk-hai are well-trained. They're just born good, you know, like they're just monsters. They're well-disciplined, I guess. Not really. I don't know. They're just really good fighters, and they're breaking through Rohan, and they're just doing a mass charge for the hill. So Isengard, the forces of Sauron, man, they are turning. I mean, look at this battlefield. Just so many dead humans and elves. I think finally you got the Arnor pikemen and Arnor taking control of the situation, and finally they are defeating what's left of the forces of Sauron. But again, is it enough? Did they do enough damage to the Free Peoples? We'll find out. I mean, they still got a good fight here. There's still a lot of orcs and trolls going at it. So it's not quite over yet, but I would say the worst of it is over. Let's see what's left of the Free Peoples. I mean, this is it, guys, right here. This grouping, and it looks like it's mostly archers who are trying to fire down at Rohan's position. Yeah, it's mostly archers that are left alive, which is not a terrible thing because, you know, the elven archers, they're pretty good in melee, but he definitely wants to have units that were focused in melee, you know, trained in melee mostly, like the Eldar Enway swordsman here. But yeah, most of the infantry have been destroyed here for the Free Peoples. But they do have, you know, here and there, some good infantry units. But I think what they need to do for now on is just focus their attention on taking the city. I don't think they need to attack this force from Mordor. I like the fact that Mordor is holding this hill, this ridge line, which looks really cool. And he's got more Uruks coming this way. So Mordor actually still has a lot of forces left. I don't know how many forces Paladin Bob has. If you look here, you can actually see Paladin Bob, I think, left behind his skirmishers, which is a fantastic idea. Let's go ahead and zoom up this way and just look at all of the Uruk-hai. It's insane. And they're finally making the great push here. What the elves need to do is they need to let Isengard push here for a little bit and then advance up this hill and try to attack around them. That way they kind of make a sandwich around Isengard using Rohan's help. So they definitely have to work together with Rohan in this, well, at this point of the battle. I mean, look at this, there's dust everywhere. This troops just using pure muscle to push through this. That Uruk-hai muscle. Rohan definitely needs to organize their forces a little bit better there. He's really clumping them up, but, you know, to be fair, there's really not a lot of space. Oh my goodness, Rohan, man. They were just obliterated. I think he needs to get some archers up on this hill here. Get some archers up here. I don't know why the archers are so focused right here. Even get the catapult up here. I mean, look at the shots, the potential shots they could get from this hill. And I think that's why Kuruguru-chan added these very strategic extra platforms here so Rohan can use them against the attackers. But they can't give this up. They cannot give this up. And Isengard, they are just relentless. Look at this. They will not stop in their assault here. They're not even going to take a breather. They're just going to push, 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 and win. Unless the elves can do something about it. Which they finally broke through Rohan's defense. And now they're committing forces. And Mordor is still holding up on this hill. Just let Mordor stand there. Don't even engage Mordor. They've got to focus all of their attention on this this flank on this side, which it looks like they are going to do that. They're finally pushing up their forces. And this is what's left. That's insane. It is crazy. I can't believe that aggressive play, that actually paid off. Oh, Rohan actually disengaged from that fight. So Rohan now setting up forces to stop Isengard. I think the elves should wait until these Rohirrim die, because you don't want to attack the backs. I mean, they're kind of helping you in this situation. But no, they're going to continue to charge in and take on Rohan. Rohan, the brave men of Rohan are just freaking out. They're surrounded by enemies from every direction. Oh, here comes Isengard. Isengard knows what to do. They need to block this off and protect their flank. And more forces coming in. Those fancy uniforms, the armor. Oh, nice shot there from the catapult, though. That catapult's going to be saving grace here. Just look at all of those Uruk-hai heads. They're just everywhere. And Rohan, they're so desperate for a miracle. Oh, the catapult's getting awfully close. And look at Isengard, again, just using brute force. He's actually flanking around. He's got some Uruk-hai infantry flanking around. And we have some Royal Guard charging in, trying to protect the flank, trying to plug this this breach point here, this opening. But Isengard needs to be careful. He doesn't want to push his forces too much, because it could cause them to get in situations that are not good, and they could break. Wow, they actually saved the catapult, which is certainly something they must do. They should definitely charge in these guys. I mean, why is he not using these units? I mean, they're definitely needed on the battlefield. They could use them to flank around these forces here, but he's not going for it. Why? I guess he's just saving them for a better opportunity. I don't know. I feel like this is the best opportunity to use those Royal Guard to flank around Isengard. Alright, so we have the guards of Orthanc holding back the elves. I mean, the elves have nothing here. But they are sending up more and more forces, and they need to move fast. You can see we got... Why is he wasting his ammo on Rohirrim? Rohan is the least of their worries at this point. He needs to focus his arrow fire on Isengard, or Isengard's just gonna win. They have such a massive force. Rohan is just so not organized at this point. I mean, they just got clumps of troops everywhere. And yes, they are holding a strategic position here, but it's a mess. It's a mess, and I feel like he's not fighting on his, full potential here. Why did they form shield wall over here? There we go. Oh, his archers still have ammo. Excellent. Excellent. And he's focusing down Isengard. He's actually going after... These are mostly crossbows here. And now he's moving up the ballista. Here comes the rest of the elves pushing forward, trying to turn this battle around. The balance of power is pretty even, which is pretty good for Isengard, because that means they're just as strong as Rohan and the elves combined. It'd be cool if there was another color that represented Rohan, so it shows the power of all three factions. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a lot of arrows coming down after the generals here. Rohan, man, they're standing. They're holding their ground. They're using the high ground right here. But the Uruk-hai are relentless. We got the general pushing in. Wow. Send in the Royal Guard, man. Flank around. Oh, we got another good catapult hit coming in. I mean, it's hard to miss. I think he's going after the ballista, though. This ballista could snipe out that Rohirrim catapult very quickly. And here comes the elves to save the day, sort of. Sort of, kinda. The guards of Orthanc holding back this elven advance. Wow, a lot of arrows coming down. Bolts and arrows. Do they have artillery? They definitely need artillery, that's for sure. Oh wait, Mordor's moving in. Mordor's moving in. I think he moved in a long time ago. We just missed it. So yeah, he left this big hill. Now he's coming. And just look at all of the dead bodies in this one area. It's insane. But yeah, the Uruk-hai, they're surrounding the free peoples here. The Arnor pikemen. We got the Dunedain Rangers now committing. I knew it too. I mean, I knew Mordor would push his forces once the Free Peoples committed most of their infantry to attack the settlement. So now if Mordor is victorious over here, he could flank around the forces that are trying to take Edoras. But I don't think Mordor has enough troops. Oh, there goes one of the generals! The general, oh my god, he dies taking out like Snaga Stalkers or something there. That's a terrible loss for the attackers. Especially, you know, you need that morale when you're attacking. So that was the Free People's general there. There goes another charge from the Uruks, taking out these archers. Not sure why he's using fire arrows. You definitely want to use a standard shot in this situation. And we have the Elven general pushing around, running around. Yeah, I don't think Mordor is going to have enough to take out these forces, but they're definitely going to leave a dent into their archers. Let's head back over to this main fight, see how it's going. Rohan is thinning. Actually, Isengard's thinning. This is actually, it's getting interesting, guys. I mean, look at this. Holy crap. Look at all the shields and the horses is insane. The amount of Rohirrim here. Fantastic. So they need to send up more infantry. I don't know if they have more infantry. This looks like it's mostly archers and crossbows. They don't have any reserves back here. So this is going to be pretty close, guys. This is going to be pretty good. I mean, most of the Isengard infantry has been destroyed. More arrows coming down. More bolts and arrows. Look at that. That's got to be terrifying. The ballista's setting up. The ballista's going to be the saving grace for Isengard if they can use that correctly. If they can get some good hits. Oh, Isengard. One of the Isengard generals have been killed. That's going to destroy. Yep, look at that chain routing right there. Oh, and then we got the catapult coming in. Oh my goodness. The tables have turned. Rohan continues to hold their ground. But will they have enough to take on the elves? Wow, what a change. What a change in power right here. This is crazy. So Isengard getting just too aggressive. They got in a sticky situation where they were surrounded by the elves and Rohan. But they're still going to continue to push. That's insane. And the elves are actually taking the hill over here. Look at that. Yeah, they're taking the hill. Oh, another good catapult shot. Gee. Oh my god. Jeez. That's pretty good. Yeah, the elves still have a decent force here. Isengard, not so much. I mean, again, most of their forces are just crossbows, so they're not gonna last long. Just a bird's eye view of the situation right here. Yeah, mostly crossbows using up their ammo. Charging in. This is their desperate last hope of winning this battle. And it's unfortunate to see Isengard crumble like this because they had such a nice aggressive strategy. I just think they got a little too aggressive there. I think they should have used up their crossbows before advancing. Oh my goodness. Another great shot into the masses. And look at that fight. Just seeing the green and gold red forces surrounded by an ocean of black. That's really cool. Really cool shot right here. This is a battle, guys, of epic proportions. Oh, we got the Black Numenorians moving in. These Black Numenorians are going to be a big issue. We've seen them just crush lives, destroy dreams before. And then back over here, the elves are slowly inching forward, taking out the back lines of Isengard. So Isengard's going to be completely surrounded pretty soon. He's falling back his crossbows. I think he's going to try to flank around the elves. More and more forces coming up this way. We got some battle-ready Dunedain. See, that's the thing about the Free Peoples, is that they're actually, they might not have a lot of forces left, but they're good. They're really good units. Yeah, he's still trying to kill these archers. I don't know why he's wasting his time. He's wasting his ammo. He's wasting his time. Again, most of these archers are just shooting in the dirt, so why even try? Alright, so who's going to win this one? See, the timer's only halfway through. It's only... Wow, that's crazy. So there's still a lot of time left in this battle. That's why I think Isengard was a little too aggressive. They had plenty of time to use their crossbows. Oh, what's this though? The Black Numenorians, man, they're pushing. They're actually attacking the catapult. But do they have enough? I mean, they're behind enemy lines. They could break because they are surrounded. I definitely need to send in more infantry here. Rohan, you need to save that catapult. That's your only hope of winning this battle. The catapult has gotten so many great hits. Oh, Rohan's kind of crumbling here. Look at the balance of power. Isengard's screwed because they're surrounded. They are surrounded. I think the elves are gonna take this one. I don't know. It's crazy how this one just completely turned around. Who knows? Rohan might take it. I mean, Rohan still has a decent number of troops. Crossbows standing shoulder to shoulder to hold back these elven swordsmen. And if we zoom out, you can see Isengard's divided in two forces. You got this main force here and this force right here, but they're both going to crumble pretty soon. And if I was the Free Peoples, I would break through this force right here and then just stop. Don't continue to advance. Let the rest of the Isengard forces fight it out with Rohan, then push forward. That way you truly get the full potential of Isengard, you know, cutting down as many defenders as possible. You know, let them do the heavy lifting, and then you can move in. Black Numenorians coming now, coming this way. Jeez, look at all these elven archers now switching to their blades. He's got a lot of reserves over here, the Dunedain Rangers. This is it. All the forces are located right on top of this hill. Oh, we got a general down. I think that was one of the Rohirrim generals. Not a big loss because they are defending. They have infinite morale in the town center. I'm quite surprised like how long those crossbows are holding back the elves over there. The Black Numenorians still down to 49 troops, 49 men. I guess if you can call them men. I guess Rohan's just gonna keep his forces back here? I mean, I'm scratching my head on this one. Like, why is he not sending in these troops? They're kind of stuck back here. There's nowhere they can go. So you might as well send them in to support his army over here that are just getting cut down by Isengard in Mordor. The catapult's gone. That's not good. Didn't really do much to save his catapult. He could have sent in these forces here. Freaham had the Royal Guard to send them in, but he just didn't. Come on, what are you doing with these Royal Guard? Send them into the fight. Maybe he's waiting for the elves to fully commit and then he's going to surround the elves. I mean, I don't know. We got some battle-ready Dunedain cleaning up Isengard here. So yes, finally the elves have broken through the small Isengard crossbow force holding them back. Some friendly fire going on over there from the fire arrows. Yeah, so they're just cleaning up whatever stands in their way here. And now they're gonna push. I mean, the Black Numenorians, man, they're still at 40. Yeah, they're down to 48 now. That's crazy. They're so tough to kill. We're getting pretty close to the end of the battle. Who do you think's gonna take this one? Oh, there goes the general. I think that was Mordor's general. Here comes the elves. Nobody's paying attention to the forces over here. The elves are not going to send forces over there. I think the elves should just send one unit to block off these guys. Oh, wait. They're breaking. Why are they breaking? What in the world is going on with those units? I don't know what's going on. I think the game's acting a little weird. Unless, I mean, they're breaking, but they're not moving. So they might be, there might have been some kind of, like there's, I don't know, like they're stuck here. There's some kind of glitch going on where they can't move their forces. That might explain a lot there. But I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. And now Mordor and Rohan must stand together to take on the elves. You can see they're actually falling back from taking on Rohan. So the Black Numenorians are going to push in, take on this massive horde of troops. Unfortunately, Rohan lost their catapult. I think that was pretty careless from their side. I think the catapult could have won them this battle. I mean, this is just a perfect target of just mass forces. That's crazy. Crazy turn of events. Look at what is going on here. They're stuck in the ballista. That's funny. So Rohan regrouping at the thin roads, right in front of the house here, the Golden Hall. Yeah, so Mordor and Rohan, they have to work together. It doesn't look like it though. I think Rohan's just letting Mordor fight it out with the elves. But I think the elves have enough here to take this city. Black Numenorians, they don't stand a chance here. They're now down to 22. They're about half strength since we last saw them. And here we go, the great axemen of Rohan taking on the elves. And finally, the frame rate is going back to normal as more and more troops die on the battlefield. With no catapult, there's no way Rohan is going to save this one. And unfortunately, these troops are stuck here, which is very unfortunate because he could have used them to stop this force. You got the Royal Guard. Their feet seem certain. They're shaken. They're tired. They shouldn't have turned their backs on the free peoples. We even have some horsemen in the back lines here, and we have what's left of some heavy lancers and a general holding the town center. I have a feeling they're going to do an epic Rohirrim charge at the end of, once the Royal Guard break here. They're just going to charge in. Yep, here they come, here they come. Right now, death! Okay, well, that was one hell of a battle. I think it's safe to say that this one is pretty much over. The timer here is getting close to over, but not exactly. But we'll just fast forward here because there's really nothing they can do with these horsemen. There's no way they can hold back such great numbers. There goes the general. There goes his bodyguard. And they're just dropping like flies. And the elves they're going to take it. The free peoples are going to take it today, which is really surprising. I'm going to be honest. I think I thought Isengard was going to, I thought they were going to win this one. But as soon as they took this hill right here, they started making just two overly aggressive plays, and just their infantry was just getting slaughtered. And then, of course, the elves eventually pushed up here and surrounded Isengard. So they were surrounded by Rohan and the elves, and just Isengard couldn't break away. They couldn't win it. Just didn't have enough. There we go, defeat. There we go. That is it. That's gonna end the battle here. So. Fantastic fight. You can see most of the army's doing really well. Mordor, actually, surprisingly enough, Mordor getting the most kills, which Isengard's usually generally a stronger faction, but I think those Olog High did a lot of damage there. And then we have these High Elves getting the most on the Free Peoples, and then, what's their name? Rohan. We have this... unfortunately, you can't see the player names, which sucks, but yeah, this army getting the most for Rohan. So a bloody fight, lots and lots of troops on the battlefield, just insane amount of troops. And if we look at the kills here of Isengard, you can see 231 for his crossbows. So no surprise. Usually the archer units get the most kills in these siege battles. So yeah, that's gonna conclude today's battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a bloody one. It was a blood fest. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, a comment, share, and of course subscribe if you haven't. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and namaste.